Number 3.
Wilson and Chris with the top 5 things missing from Warner Robins. Is this countdown got you waxing nostalgic today?
Yeah, I'm missing some things around town as I drive through, but there's a lot more to eat, do, and see here than there was. So I can live with it.
Oh, yeah, I was driving through town today, and I almost got lost. It's been so long since I cruised, and the south side of Warner Robins really exploding. I told somebody I was on Watson Boulevard. They said, "Get out of the hood."
It's still kind of a damn wasteland, though. I mean, you can drive up and down through here, and it's desolate. Other than 1,000 people all in one place driving to the same place, even though I haven't figured out where that place is.
It's that new Quarter Road extension.
Yeah. Living Quarter Road.
All right, number 3 on our countdown is a place a little bit before my time, McGillicutty's.
Yeah, no, it was there, but we were just too young. They wouldn't let us in on skateboards. So McGillicutty's, I thought, I'm a little misdirected. I thought it was down there on, the corner of Davis and Green where Hardee's is, and there was a gas station, and I think there used to be a New Way location there too, but your brother Joe says differently. And
we're going to talk to him in just a little bit. But
awesome.
A little background information about my big brother Joe. His initial reaction to hearing the bar's name for like the first time in decades was, quote, "I spent too much money there. I'm glad those days are over." In all caps, thank God Almighty.
Thank God Almighty.
Brother Joe is a bit of a wild child and has since exited the highway to hell for stairway to heaven. We're real proud of Joe. But back in the McGillicutty's days, Joe's was a menace to society. In fact, one time, and you may remember this, he bought a brand new bullwhip. He saw some wrestlers with a bullwhip, and he got light bulb. Bing.
Yeah, I remember the bullwhip. In fact, he attempted to...
he was going to... Well, at first he started practicing on the trees, right? So he practiced on the trees for a while. He says, well, I need something else to practice on. You, of course, had been really good at pushing his buttons all those years.
I like screwing with Joe because Joe, all I had to do was say some offhanded to Joe, and Joe would just lash out, and then all of a sudden I'd go home a mangled wreck. But it was fun, because I was malleable back then, and I bounced, and so it was cool. So Joe beats the out of me, I laugh about it, and Joe's angry, and I'm not.
You could take a beating. That was pretty good. We could do a whole episode about the times he's whooped up on you.
We're gonna have to talk about that.
But you pushed his buttons. You were kind of asking for it sometimes.
Oh, always. No. It wasn't that I just was. I said, I haven't done anything, Brother Joe. Please don't hurt me. No, that was completely no.
Yeah. Well, after whipping our tree in the backyard to hone his natural whipping skills, he came after my buddy there, Chris Davies. Now, Chris still is our equivalent to Bart Simpson. He's a petty thug. He's not a serious criminal.
No, just enough to irritate you.
And you could push Joe's button. So this really was a showdown in the making. It was like a wrestling match and a cage match or something where these two people have been bickering for years. Finally, it's going to come down to this. Well, after your torment was complete, Joe decided to take his little bullwhip show on the road.
Get in the El Camino, pack the El Camino down, and haul ass to the local pub.
Yeah. Well, he had to keep his buzz going, so he went over to his favorite place, McGillicutty's, did some roundhouse kicks, got his bullwhip out, and actually, legend has it, he bullwhipped a man in the bar at McGillicutty's. How's that for McGillicutty's memory?
So, yeah, if anybody has information or old memorabilia from McGillicutty's, T-shirts, crap like that, just snap a pic, post it, let us see it. We really want to check this stuff out because who knows, we may be interested at some point in time in revitalizing the downtown area in Warner Robins.
Sure we will.
Yeah, sure we will.
Our producer, Lindsay, says that we've got Joe on the phone right now. Brother Joe's going to tell us the real deal, what happened at McGillicutty's. Welcome to the show, Joe.
And he has the pulse on the old school of Warner Robins. So, can you tell us what you know about McGillicutty's, man?
I know McGillicutty's was a waste of time and money.
Where exactly was it located?
It was located really right next to that Korean supermarket and restaurant right there.
Oh, Commercial Circle.
Just a couple of doors over.
Give us a solid story, man. Tell us what went down there. Was it funky?
Not really.
No.
It was just they'd have a band now and then play some top 40 kind of stuff, Just I think they did have a dress code though, so they was trying to keep the riff-raff out.
Dress code? Did you have to wear a tie or just clothes?
Well, just
shirt,
like a shirt that had a couple of buttons and a collar or something.
It wasn't
too drastic because they didn't want to run off all their business. They just didn't want people coming in there looking like they just come off the street.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, generally though, when you come into a building, you came off the street, right?
Yeah, I know. You're just trying to be funny, little wisecrack, little play on words. I understand that. But I want your audience to understand that thank God I survived those days. Thank God I can look back and say, glad those days are over. And thank God for John 3:16, because even an old drunk who used to go to places like McGillicutty's, God can still get a hold of someone like that, and with His love, transform someone so that someone can look back and say, thank God those days are over.
Right,
Joe, was there ever a bullwhip involved? Did you ever bring a bullwhip to McGillicutty's?
No. This wasn't a redneck place. That dress code, couple of buttons on your shirt, something. They're trying to keep people with bullwhips out. They weren't trying to bring people like that in.
This ain't Whiskey River.
You must have this place confused with one of those old bars from out in the county.
Can you describe the inside? Was it like chrome and neon?
I understand there's a pee trough.
Yeah, tell us about the pee trough.
Yeah, there was a trough in the bathroom to pee in. It didn't have like urinals and stuff, and you would think a place that had a dress code would have urinals instead of a pee trough, but
a bucket in the middle of the floor.
I guess they decided they didn't want to put that kind of money into it.
Did the bathroom stalls have doors?
I guess. I don't remember. See, this was a long time ago. I'm in my early 50s. I was in my 20s back then, so we're talking nearly 30 years ago.
Yeah.
A whole lot of booze has gone by the wind, right?
A long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I was buzzing like your drunken cousin back in those days. Just trying to make a little rhyme for all the people out there going to listen.
That's on time.
Because, even though I'm old school, I'm still down with it. You understand?
Damn right. Brother Joe's got 2 turntables and a microphone.
Well, it sounds like a place for older, more mature people and divorcees. Not really a young man's kind of place.
Did you run into any divorced women? Like cougarific type situations?
I'm not going to get into all that.
Okay.
And we're just going to leave that one alone because it would just be the prudent, expeditious way to handle this conversation is just to leave all that kind of stuff alone.
Expeditiously.
We're not going to go there. We're going to keep this on the down low.
Word.